Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Boom Beach VP pushing video. I feel like I should title this video, Where the Hell Did All My VP Go? But we're going to cover that in today's video. So we've got a lot to cover today. We're going to be talking about a few things to do with my channel and the videos that I'm doing. We've got a lot of stuff on my VP push, or lack of, I guess I should say. Just what's been going over the last few days. And then, as I mentioned in my previous video, or my previous VP pushing video, I was going to talk about things that surprised me about VP pushing, things that I wish I had known before, or things that I did know before and that I'm glad that I did before I started pushing, if that makes sense. So we're going to cover all that today, and then I also have a silly little competition that I'm going to talk about at the end. So let's roll that intro and we'll get started. So before I get started, I just want to talk about a few things to do with my videos and my channel. So what I'm going to try and do is introduce a bit more structure and planning into them. So the last video I think was fine, but I feel like I rambled on a bit more than I wanted to, and I didn't really get across all the information that I wanted to get across. And that was sort of due to lack of planning, basically. I didn't really write anything out. It was just all ideas in my head, so then it got jumbled when I was trying to present it. Didn't really work out how I wanted it to. So that's what I'm going to start doing from now on. I'm going to start the video by giving you a brief intro and a brief rundown of the topics we're going to be covering, and then I'm going to make sure that I hit every single one of them. So to achieve that, I'm going to start, like I said, start writing sort of not a script, but more bullet points of the key things that I want to cover, just so it helps the video run a bit smoother and keeps me on track. So in regards to the channel, what I'm going to try and do is set up some sort of upload schedule. I'm still going to post my War Factory hits every Wednesday or every Thursday, whatever that comes out. Still going to do the monthly Mega Crab videos. And then I'm not sure how I'm going to do the VP pushing ones. Maybe every Friday or Saturday I'm going to try and release them. I'm not 100% sure because my schedule's a little bit crazy with work and life right now. But that's going to be the plan from now on. So in today's video, as I said, we're going to be talking about a bunch of different things, and then I'm going to be showing off a bunch of replays from my hits. So I've got some attacks against Global 1, 2, and 3, maybe 2. I don't think I got 2 actually. Global 1 and 3, and then some other high VP bases. As you can see, I'm against this guy who's 1845, so he's pretty high up there. So first topic is, where did all my VP go? So as you may have noticed, my VP is like at 1455 or something, down, what was I at? I think I was at 1483 in my last video, so we dropped 30 VP. And it has just been such a brutal 4 or 5 days. It's been so frustrating, I can't even explain it. So a lot of it has been to do with the tribes that came out. We got the Gunboat tribe, which is just insane. 50% extra is just game changing. So that's been one of the big things. The Rainmakers were a pain in the butt as well. They just kept ruining me. And then I just had some terrible luck with spawning new player bases. So I normally keep my map pretty clear. I always try and keep the daily event on for as long as I can, for like 23.5 hours if I can. Map's generally pretty clear, maybe 1 or 2 player bases. But there were a few days in a row where I was spawning like maybe even like 3 or 4 players in like a 12 to 14 hour period, and it was just terrible. And then on top of that, I was getting raided like 10 to 15 times. So it's been pretty hard the last few days. I have noticed it slowed down a bit today, and maybe towards the end of yesterday it slowed down a bit. So that's something, but I don't know what I can really do. I think I just need to sort of ride it out and try my best to maintain as much VP as I can, and then just hit it hard on the next tribe cycle and try and regain all that VP that I lost. But if you check the leaderboards, you'll see that Global 1 and 2, maybe 3, maybe not so much 3, but Global 1 and 2 have been just rinsed in their VP. I think they're down like 40, maybe 50 VP. It's kind of crazy. So, we're going to talk about some of the things that I learned from doing my VP push, was surprised by, and glad that I knew before doing my my VP push. So it's sort of very fitting that this is the first one, but I didn't quite realize how game-changing the tribes can be. Before the VP push, they were like cool little bonuses, like you get the warrior health or the warrior damage, you get like the rocket launcher health or whatever, and I didn't really think too much about it. It was just like a nice little perk. But as I've started pushing on the leaderboard, since I got above 1400, I really noticed how sort of game-changing these tribes can be. So as I said, the gunboat tribe this week, or this fortnight, is just crazy. And then we had the barrage damage a few weeks ago, and that was pretty powerful as well. And then when certain troops get a buff, like the Grens got that plus 50% or whatever the damage was not too long ago, that was pretty incredible as well. They were just like ruining bases. And I think in hindsight I should have realized that they would have been, that the tribes would have been like OP, but I just it just didn't really register with me, and that's a pretty big surprise. So the next thing, and I sort of mentioned this a little bit in my last video, but I was very surprised about sort of how quickly I progressed from the beginning of my VP push up until 1300-ish VP. So I started unofficially around 500 VP, and I think I climbed like pretty damn quickly up to 1300. It was like very quick and pretty easy, I want to say. Like I was active, I was definitely like map clearing daily, once or twice a day, but I didn't realize how quick it would be. And then on the flip side, I didn't realize how slow it would be after getting to 1400. So since I got to 1400, it's been hard. I'm gonna be honest. It's been a bit of a grind. I have to like really, make sure I'm like clearing my map, being smart about my attacks to make sure that I get my map clear, get those VP and everything. So that was definitely something that surprised me. And then I'm interested to see what it's going to be like if I get over 1500 VP. Now it seems like a bit of a pipe dream, but I think if I grind, I'm going to get there eventually. So it'll be interesting to see how it's going to change once I get to 1500 VP. So one of the very pleasant surprises is how much intel I get every week. So when I was doing, I can't remember when it was maybe a month ago. It was whenever the last Mega Crab was. I was like clearing my map daily, doing the daily events, doing warships, and also the Mega Crab, and I think I got like 300 plus intel. It was like mental. And then these days I'm still easily getting 200, maybe 250, and it's not like, I don't feel like it's a drag farming for intel, because it just sort of comes so easily now. And normally I want to say I can get like 15 to 20 intel a day just from being attacked by players. I feel like a lot of players get a little bit sloppy with attacks, or they don't really care about the loss of troops. It's all about gaining that VP, and I'm kind of like that as well. I'd rather, like, if I lose all of my troops but still get that get the base taken down, I'm happy with that. I don't mind paying that a little bit of extra gold to get that VP. So, and then also doing the map clears daily events, that's just going to bring in some intel as well. So that was a really nice surprise to get that, the high numbers with intel. So something that I knew, and I'm glad that I knew, is how essential it is to have endless reserves for VP pushing. So I knew it was going to be incredibly important for my just for my playstyle. I'm a bit like loose with my attacks sometimes, and I can like lose my troops pretty easily. So having endless reserves is just, it's amazing. It's such, I can't even explain it. It's amazing. I was a bit hesitant to spend money on the game, but I definitely got my money's worth because I was using it for warships, Mega Crab, and my VP push. But I don't know. It's without it, I don't think I could push as high as I am, and I think I would just get so frustrated with the VP push in general, because when what am I saying? When I bomb an attack and I just ruin it and I lose all my troops, to have to wait like an hour sometimes for troops. I think tanks take like an hour and 10 minutes or whatever it is. To wait all that time for the tanks is just I would just get so frustrated, and I would probably just give up the VP push. So if you have the money to buy endless reserves and use it on your VP push, 100% do it. You're not going to regret it. It's incredible. I can't say anything more about it. And also, I should add that it helps save powder as well, because if you fail an attack and you retrain your troops, you don't have to wait that out. You can just instantly reload. You've still got the boost going. Go in, do things differently than you did it last time, and get that VP. So the next thing that sort of surprised me was how the gold crunch can affect you. You know, when you're failing a lot of attacks, so there's a few bases where I go up against, you know, 7 ice bases, whatever it is, and you just keep failing and failing and failing, and you get closer and closer each time. You just want to keep pushing, but you run out of gold. So I sort of knew that was going to be an issue, and one of the reasons, so it did surprise me, one of the things that I did, or two of the things that I did to sort of fix that problem, was saving up my diamonds and also trader tickets. So diamonds I don't really have any use for in the game because I'm maxed right now, so I don't mind spending like 100, 200, 300 diamonds on my troops if I need to, because I don't have the gold. And then also the trader tickets are really handy to use, because sometimes you can get pretty decent amount of gold from the trader tickets, and I don't really have any use for them again because all of the abilities that I want to upgrade are upgraded, so they're just sort of sitting there collecting dust right now. And then what is next? Oh, so this is a cool one. So one of the really nice things about VP pushing is going up against like the really top global players, and I have to say it's a really, really satisfying and great feeling to take down like global 1, 2, and 3. It's amazing getting those guaranteed crystals, but just sort of the sense of achievement when you take them down is pretty awesome. And I've also been lucky to spawn global 1 and 2 quite a few times, so I can just sort of rinse and repeat the same strategy every single time. Go in, take them down, get the crystals, and be on my way. And then what is next on my list? Okay, so and lastly, I didn't realize how amazingly powerful Bullet is, especially with energy drink. I always knew he was good, and for the most part I always use him with what am I saying? I use warriors with taunt for my for Bullet, so that's sort of my main attack strategy. But ever since I started using energy drink with tanks Grens, holy moly, I love it. I can't believe how strong it is. Yeah, he sort of makes or breaks the attacks for me. So if I lose him early, then my attack's basically over. I'm just going to retreat because there's no point going forward because I'm just going to get ruined. But if I can get Bullet out in front of my troops, going sort of the right direction, sometimes he gets a bit distracted and goes to the right to take down a residence when I need him to go left and take down a boom cannon. If he sort of does what I need him to do, then I say like 9 times out of 10, I'm taking down the base. There's nothing that's going to stop me when I've got bullets. Also having that gumbo energy for the energy drink as well is pretty important. But yeah, I did not imagine how crazy strong he is. And he's even great using taunt. There's been a few times where I think against global number 1 or 2, they've got the shield gen all the way at the back of the base. It's too much to barrage and artillery, so I send Bullet all the way back with my warriors, taunt, which distracts the defenses around, so the warriors get a free shot at the shield gen. Then I can re-smoke and re-flare back to the HQ, and it's just magical. It really is. And what else did I want to say? There was a last minute thing I wanted to add about Bullet, but I can't remember what it was. It doesn't matter. Okay, and then, and then this is something else that I wanted to talk about that I talked about it a bit in my last video, but the most important thing is having that huge supply of powders and prototypes. That is just gonna make your life so much easier, especially having those powders there to fall back on. I mean, I'm boosting sometimes 2 times a day. No more than 2 times a day, I would say. A full boost 2 times a day. So that's anywhere from 16 to 18 powders a day that I'm using just on attacks. And I'm noticing it going down sort of quickly, but it's really nice having it just to fall back on. Like if I need to do, boost like 3 statues just to get this one base down to get that VP, then I'm happy to do it because I've just got such a supply. I don't mind spending it to get the attack done. And then same with the prototypes. It's so nice, and it sort of takes a weight off your shoulders to know that you just have all those prototypes just sitting there, and you can build whatever you want at any stage. There's been a few times where I've built like, I think I built like a laser beam like a month ago, and I had it was like the level 3 one, and I had it for like 5 days, and I wasn't liking the results, so then I just salvaged it and built a shock blaster instead. And it's just nice to not have to worry about like burning those prototype parts when I can just, you know, to build a new defense instead of just like letting them run out, which is what I normally used to do. So I definitely recommend, like, make sure you've got plenty of powder, plenty of prototypes, just have that stuff saved up. You definitely won't regret it. So that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. Like I said, I have a small sort of silly little competition that I want to run. So basically I've been thinking that my introduction statement and my ending statement are a bit like blah and a bit boring. So I want something a bit more exciting to open up the video and something more fun and exciting to end the video with. So I was thinking like some sort of like catchphrase or some sort of like paragraph that I say before every video, after every video, something like that. So basically I feel like all of the good Boom Beach YouTubers have good catchphrases or things that they open and close the videos with, and I need that too. So here's what the competition is. In the comments below, what I want you to do is leave the best ideas that you have for like how I can open my videos slash like the best opening statement, and also the best ending statement slash catchphrase and ways to close my video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the best 3 to 5 ideas or like comments, and if I get that many, maybe I won't, maybe I only get one, and that will be the winner. And then I'll set up a poll, people can vote on it, I'll give my 2 cents as well, and let you know what I think. And then the winner gets the lovely prize of me coming over to their task force, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, they're going to do a friendly challenge in the chat, I'll do a friendly challenge as well, and what I'm going to do is record them attacking my base, and I'm also going to record me attacking their base. So they can choose any true combination for me to use. I mean, it has to be a real one. It can't just be like one boat. It can't just be like a boat of skank or a boat of scorchers, a boat of tanks, a boat of greens. You know, one of each. It has to be like green medic, warriors, heavy Zuka, TGM, RCZM. You know, something that's like a viable option. And you know, I'll record the gameplay and I'm gonna post it in my next video. So I think that's kind of cool. I mean, not many people watch my videos, but if that's something that interests you, could be like a fun little thing for us to do. And also for the next video, I've been trying to think of a topic that I wanted to cover. So try and keep every video a little bit different. We've still got all the gameplay the same, but I would like to I like to change up the topics a little bit. And what I was thinking of doing in the next video is talking about the things that I'd like to see added to the game, mainly for like the higher or maxed players, and maybe a few things for like the lower level players as well. And it's going to be a combination of things that I've seen like Reddit, Discord, and then just a lot of things that I think would be cool, like what I would like to see. So let me know if you think that is a good topic of discussion for the next video. If you have any other suggestions, please let me know. I'm pretty open and everything to different topics and whatnot. I'm probably going to run out of ideas soon, so the more you can give, the better. So I've got a couple more minutes of gameplay left. I think I've got a couple of good attacks coming up, so I'm going to be showing those off in just a second. This, why did I leave this on for so long? Alright. Oh, perfect. So we're going up against Global Number 1. This is the second attack against him, and this is what I was talking about with the bullet taunt sort of strategy. So we're going to do the ground flare, smoke all the way up next to the HQ, another ground flare next to the shield gen, just because the warriors walk in that nice tight straight line. It's pretty awesome when they do that. And then as you can see, bullet's going to taunt, and then the warriors just have a free snipe at that shield gen. So then we're going to reflare, reshot, not reflare, reflare, resmoke back to the HQ, and then bullet's going to taunt most of that stuff around where he is, and then it's just going to be a few shocks to tidy it up. Now I do think I failed this attack the first time I did it, but I can't remember what I did the first time. I think I just like ran through too many mines or something stupid like that. So that's global number 1 taken down. As you can see, we get those beautiful, beautiful crystals. All 3 of them, which is a very nice perk. And they're Magma ones as well, which is even better. And then this was another... What am I doing? I keep losing what I'm saying. So this is the same sort of idea. He 1704 VP, so he's pretty high up there as well. And he had a few more mines scattered in there. But we're going to make our way back all the way to the shield gen. As you can see, some of my warriors are getting pretty low on health. So I think that I throw a med kit on them. Do I? Yeah, I do. But then once again, Bullet's going to taunt all of that stuff. Boom. Smashing it. Then we do the re-smoke, re-flare, back to the HQ, and it's going to be boom, 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 taken down. So, that is going to be it for today's video. As always, thank you very much for tuning in. Believe me, I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the comments, the likes, all of the people that have subscribed to my channel. I think we're at like 194, 195 now. So it's getting pretty exciting because we're getting very, very close to that next milestone of 200. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's been slow, but it's been a nice little progression, because I only started the channel back in March. I mean, I guess it's August now, so it's been a few months. But we're slowly making our way there. So we're going to end up with one final attack. This is going to be a quick HZ one. And I don't really use this strategy too much just because I fail pretty easily on it. But, yeah, we're going to get up there. 2 boats of heavies, the Zookas, and we're just going to smash it down. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Thank you very much.